Good day, people. I hope everyone is doing well. How are we doing today? This is Tamika. And we are going to do an energy read. We're listening to Visions of Love by Mariah Carey. That's how we're starting off. Well, that's how the reading is starting off. My day started off with The Quiet Storm and some Ja Rule. It was funny. I actually wrote those songs down in the years because, like, The Quiet Storm, I was listening to it this morning as I'm driving, and it just put me in a whole different energy space. So I'm like singing and dancing to it in the car, and I'm thinking it's early as hell in the morning, like it's still dark outside, and people are on their way to probably a job they don't really want to be at a time in the morning when they would rather be sleeping. And you're driving down the street. If I could have, I would have blasted the song because I don't know, loud music and moving and dancing. It just, like, it does something for me. So I couldn't really blast it, but I blasted it as high as I could. So it was funny. So The Quiet Storm by Little Kim could be significant. And what's funny is when I wrote it down, I wrote down Little Kim and Junior Mafia. The song is by it's Mobb Deep's song, and Little Kim is on it. I think that, yes. So I'm like, get it together. But Junior Mafia may be significant. Then I was like, well, when I wrote it down, I was thinking about Little Kim, and she was in a video, and she had on red, and she had on green. And I was like, maybe that's why I thought of Junior Mafia. And then I looked that song up, and that song is Crush on You by Little Kim and Little C's. So that could be significant to someone. Maybe someone having a crush. A quiet storm could be, somebody. A quiet storm gives someone doesn't know that the ambush is coming. It almost makes me think of that song with oh my God. I can see is it Beanie Siegel? Yeah. With oh my God, it's one of my favorite songs and I can't remember what it is. In the song, it has a song with Method Man, and he's talking about you gotta watch your people. So something about watching your people in a quiet storm. But Little Kim is significant. She's in 2 of these songs. So, boom, the name Kimberly could be significant. Just sit down, 1996, 1999. The name of Mobb Deep's album was Mob Music. So something about a mob of people could be significant, or a mob. This is music. Someone could be in the music industry or a DJ or something. And what else? Oh, Little Kim's album was Hardcore. So something about hardcore is significant. Also, Down Ass Bitch with Ja Rule and Charlie Baltimore. So, the name Charlie could be significant. Charles. Baltimore could be significant. 2001 is significant. And the name of that album is Pain is Love, which is crazy because pain is associated with love. This I didn't know if I was going to tell you about. It was just a movie that I saw earlier, a recap. I might because it has names. But these are the names that I wrote down the other day that I wanted to tell you guys and I couldn't find them. So I'll tell you now. But we're going to use this deck here, Path of Shadows. We're going to get some information from these. And then, since it's a Shadows deck, this is going to deal with things that are probably things that some people don't want to hear, not ready to hear. Some people may be ready to hear because they're ready to start some type of healing journey or some type of journey. It may not be healing, but it's a journey nonetheless. So the names Simon, Melissa, Jen or Jennifer, Jenny, Carla, Jasmine, Logan, Larson, Jackson, Fran or Francine, Kelly, Douglas, James, Heather, it made me, it was like an accent. I don't know what that is, but it also made me think of heifer. So someone could be like, heifer. Anyway, Rebecca, Barbara, Joshua, Annette, Brian and Bryant, and Byron, Hannah, Bridget, Brenda, Sean, and Danny. The names Alba, Theodore or Theodora, John, Philip, or Esther are significant. So, okay. First card we have out is Raven. Knowledge, death, energies. Okay. Wonder what this is about. A raven, it makes me, I know I see the raven, but I thought crow. So again, we've been getting that energy lately of one thing that looks like another, but they're different. So something is significant about that. Starry observation. We have knowledge with starry observation. This says, a little piece in a cosmic puzzle. Oh my God. Universe only reveals its secret if you dare to dance in the starry dazzle. We were just talking about music, turning the music up loud and dancing and moving. If you dare to dance. If you dare to dance. Like, you know, they say you dance with the devil. Maybe dancing with the truth. Dancing with love. Dancing with clarity. Dancing in this death energy of a rebirth. Shedding things and releasing things. Allowing yourself to rebirth something different. Different energies. A starry observation to me is almost like a lighthouse energy. People are coming here for refuge. They're coming here for sustenance. They're coming here to be fed something that is substantial to their growth. I guess in some senses, it would be like going to church on Sunday. People who are truly looking for a connection, who are truly looking for growth, would go there looking for sustenance, going there to be fed something that is going to fuel their spirit and their soul. So this is what that energy makes me think. And then look, there's a clock behind this raven that is like lit up. And so is this area here that is lit up. Guiding people in from the dark, from the shadows. Guiding people in from the shadows, from their own shadows, from their own fears, from their own insecurities, from their own addictions, obsessions, their own lack mentality. This is like someone who has they have knowledge and they have love to give. The light, and it breeds love. In the light, you are seen. You are you. You're perfect, you. And I know that nothing is perfect, but you are perfect. In all your imperfections, you are perfect. You are the perfect being. You are the perfect you. So, I don't know. Sorry, I feel like I went off on a little tangent. Let's get another card. What else? Mummy. Between the ancient past and the modern world, is there any place where I belong? That, just look at the now coming in. People are starting to come in from the darkness. Mummies. It made me think of zombies, actually. And, you know, zombies just walking around directionless, aimless. Maybe it's the energy of living a life and not fully enjoying your life. You're moving around like a zombie. You're working. You're taking care of your family. You're taking care of your kids. You're taking care of the people around you. Maybe taking care of yourself a little bit. But you're truly not living, not really understanding and appreciating this moment in time that you are here on this earth to do, to say, to live, to dance the way you want to. I started this reading off talking about people who are on their way somewhere at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning that they don't want to be. What would you do if you could just dance? What would you do? And I mean in dance, is it being metaphorical? Dancing with life, dancing with love, dancing with your kids, your husband, dancing with yourself. Like just being able to enjoy a moment. If that can't be a lifestyle, why can't we have more moments like that? Why can't out of nowhere you just get up and start moving your body and dancing because you just got, like in church, when the spirit hits you. When the spirit hits you, you just want to get up and you want to jump. You want to shout. You want to scream. Right? So, I don't know. Maybe more moments. But this mummy is in the darkness. And look, his eyes are glowing. That color of the clock and the color of that observation tower. Like someone sees something now. This mummy wants to come in from the dark. They want to come in from the past. It's like someone having a shift in the things that they believe, the things that they thought they believed. And now that there's a shift, it's like, I don't fully want to let go of the past, but I'm also not fully committed to this new idea of the future because it's new to me. So it's not really solid. It gives the energy of, what is that? Choosing the devil that you know. Not that this is a devil, but there's a shadow and light to everything in life. There's, you know, the up of a situation and the down of a situation. It's the yeah, you could be a happy individual, but you could also be a bitch if you needed to be. It's duality. So someone is like, I just forgot what I was saying. Oh my God. So many thoughts pass through my mind, and then I try to focus on one so that the other ones are not creeping in. Somebody wants to come in from the dark. They're in a place where they're in the middle. They're not their old self, but they're also not integrated into this new version of them. With grimoire at the bottom. Wisdom, experience, hidden knowledge. Knowledge is here a lot. And this is experience with death. With experience, a death could come. Experiences are, you were in a relationship that was toxic. It wasn't, this person maybe wasn't beating your ass, or they weren't cheating on you left or right, but they spoke to you kind of crazy. They made you feel a certain way about yourself. That's an experience that you went through. Now you have this wisdom and knowledge through that experience that is not how I want to be spoken to. That is not how I want to be treated. That's the death energy. I'm shedding all that old shit. You're not going to talk to me any kind of fucking way you want to. It's not that type of party anymore. So now comes the rebirth. Your energy changes. Now you are not a bitch, but you're not allowing shit to just slide either. And you acknowledge these things earlier on so you don't even get yourself caught up in a situation that you have to split. You have to pack up and leave somewhere, or you kicking somebody out, or you got to figure out how you're going to start paying these bills by yourself now. You won't put yourself in that situation because you'll see the signs before it even gets there. You'll understand it's all about your worth and what you know that you deserve. If you don't deserve to be spoken to or treated that way, then why would you even entertain those type of energies? It makes me feel not that religion and tarot or spirituality, it's just like they're different to me. There are things in the Bible that would say that what people do in spirituality is like taboo, that it is to some devil worship. But you have tarot readers that are always talking about religion. So it gets conflicting for me, because I don't necessarily believe in like Jesus Christ being the savior and all that jazz. I believe there was an energy of spirit Christ, a Christ, Jesus. I said spirit Christ because I didn't want to say Jesus. Okay, there's an energy of a Christ-like being. Somebody, think about in the Bible, it says before Christ. Before Christ, there was an eye for an eye. That means you slap me and I'm going to slap the fucking shit out of you. Because that's what it is. I'm going to give you this energy. And God was good with that. But then Jesus came and Jesus was like, nah, turn the other cheek. And I don't necessarily, because the Bible is supposed to be for interpretation. I don't think you're supposed to stand there and allow somebody to slap the shit out of you and you just feel like, all right, I'm good, just go about your business. But I think it's in situations where if you're driving down the street and someone is driving like a mad person and they almost hit you and they don't, but they are still driving like a maniac and it pisses you off. Now you're triggered and you're angry. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Now you're ready to follow this person and curse them out. But if you just took a second, what if that person was on their way because they just got a phone call, their kid got hit by a car or something? You would then be more understanding. You would probably still say, yo, you should be a little safer. But your delivery, your feeling, your reaction would be different because you understand from a different perspective. Someone I listened to yesterday said something to the effect of, we are all experiencing something. In a situation, I get slapped in the face, you're the slapper. In that moment, I feel victimized because you just slapped the shit out of me and you didn't even need to do that. What the fuck is wrong with you? And on your side, you're thinking, I just left the house this morning. I just got an eviction notice. My job is talking about laying people off. And now this bitch here is yelling at me about some goddamn potato that I picked up that she wanted. I just snapped. That person feels justified. Who's right and who's wrong? They both are. It's duality. They both could have chose a different way to handle the situation so it didn't turn violent. Choices. We all have choices. But if we could step back sometimes and think about someone other than ourselves, yo, this place would be so much fucking better. Necromancer at the bottom. Amidst the whispers of the dead, where mysteries are spread, what should have been gone still here remains. Someone is holding on to something. Holding on to something from the past. That in-between. Someone is in the in-between. So we have key. Sharp insight, opportunities, hidden potential. This key is the key to the starry observation. This key to, okay, you know how you have those places where it's like an exclusive club And when you are bestowed this card or this password, you get to the door, someone opens this little shutter thing and they say, what's the password? And you say, I don't know. I don't know why I just thought bubble guts. So you say bubble guts and they're like, all right, come on in. This is like and this is not exclusive in terms, meaning that no one can have it, but your eyes have to be ready to see. If your eyes are not ready to see, you could try to use this key on any fucking door. It's only meant for a specific door. And you have to be willing to see in order to open the door. You have to be willing to, you got to see where you're going. People are starting to see where they're going. A mystic swamp here at the bottom. Deep dark wavers. Your reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you don't go deep. Oh my God. You can't see if you don't go deep. You have to want to see the shadows of yourself. The things that you hide. And this is a dagger, like a sword, the truth. You have to take that action to be brave and be determined. The shit is gonna hurt. Finding out shit that either about yourself, it could be about someone else. Someone you look up to, someone you wanted to emulate. Finding out the truth and realizing that either this person ain't shit or I ain't shit. I've had that realization about myself. Yo, that was fucked up. Why would you even say that? Why would you even think that? Well, we're not perfect. None of us are perfect. However, imperfect in the way that we do everything right. We're all just imperfectly perfect people. We're all just one puzzle piece. We're a part of the bigger picture, the bigger puzzle. We all play our individual parts. All right. I don't even know if that goes together with what the freak we were talking about. It's just a rant. I don't even think I was going to use these. I wanted to use these actually, but now I don't feel like these are the ones I want to use. Let's see, because they were here. We're trying to do something different and use different cards every day. Well, every time we do a reading, because it's not necessarily every day. Lately, I've been on a roll, but I'm very much a Lauryn Hill. My time and attention needs to align. Not time and attention, my time and energy needs to align. So I don't necessarily force my things to I don't force myself to do things I don't want to do. But that is also a luxury that is afforded to me because I don't have to work a full-time job. I don't have to work outside of this house. So there is that. All right. Give me one on Raven. The knowledge. This knowledge. This is the Six of Swords. A difficult transition. It's a change. You can't fit all of this shit through this little thing, this little tunnel here. It's like a bottle, the stem of a bottle. Someone may drink a lot. Or it could be getting over drinking. Or someone could be overflowing in emotion. But it gives me like the butterfly. How it's a caterpillar, it goes into the cocoon and then it breaks itself down in order to become the butterfly. So someone is like, maybe there's some knowledge that is breaking someone down. allowing them to change, allowing to like shed whatever they need to shed in order to get through this transition. Everybody can't go. Everything can't go. These feelings can't stay. These thoughts can't stay. The way I speak to myself can't stay. The way I allow people to talk to me can't stay. And this person doesn't look alone, like they're alone. There are other little entities in there with it. Those entities could be like the devil energy. Those insecurities, that doubt, that fear floating around. Fear of, maybe someone is afraid of the future. They're familiar with the devil, they know. So it's comfortable. They know how to maneuver around that. They know how to adjust their energies and their emotions around that because they've done it for so long. Someone has to be willing to break something down in order to move forward. The King of Swords, a wise judge, an excellent debater, logic to analyze. The King of Swords. This is someone who only goes by logic. It's black and white. These are the facts, and these are what we're going to go by. And these are both swords energy, intellect, thinking, communication. Someone who is using knowledge. Someone who is using knowledge in order to end something, in order to rebirth something. This could also be someone, this is someone who's very well spoken. The starry observation, it would be like this would be someone who has a pastor that is so fucking dope that he teaches you the word, but he also teaches you about yourself. He is an example of a leader in the community because he doesn't just work with the people inside the church, but he also works, or she works with the people outside of the church, the community outside of the church, because those are also the people that the church should be helping, the people in their community. There are people that go to churches that are from different towns, different cities, different states. What do they really contribute to the community and where the church is? The people who live around that neighborhood. This is a wise leader. This is someone you want to follow because you trust in their words. And they're not guiding you in a way where they're trying to tell you what to do or tell you what your journey should be or what it should look like. No, they put you in a position for you to understand what your journey should feel like to you. You're the only one going through this transition. No one else is going through this with you. No one will experience it the way you experience it. This knowledge is like your own Akashic records. Your own journey. Okay, let's get one for Mummy. Something about divine timing is significant. And it feels like so many people are waking up. So many people, their eyes are starting to want to see the truth. They want a part of that starry observation. They want to come in from the shadows. They want to be seen. They want to shine. 8 of Coins. This is focused work, hard work, the fruits of one's labor, coming out of this, leaving the past, the ancient past, and moving into the modern future. Modern future meaning the things that you are changing about yourself, the things that are changing because they had to. You were shedding things off of you. Again, you can't fit all these people, all these energies, all these negative thoughts, all this past can't fit through this little tunnel. So there's hard work. You work a lot on oneself. The mummy almost gives like hermit energy. Internal. Now the eyes are, it's like something was sleeping. This mummy was sleeping in a grave, a tomb, eyes closed, and something woke it up. Like the eyes just popped open, and then now it sees. It has a goal. It has a mission. It's focused. It's hard at work, utilizing this knowledge that it has now. Hard at work trying to shift energies so that they can have these new opportunities and open up these doors. The Hierophant at the bottom. Breaking a mystery, bestows knowledge, spiritual wisdom, a rite of passage. This is all very spiritual, very divine. It just feels like the dance, right? The dance of the universe. It feels very whimsical, very mystical, very easy, very light. Like watching leaves when the wind picks up and they just start to float up in the air, very so gently. Not hard, it's just, it looks very light, very fun, very... I don't know what this energy is. It feels good, though. It feels good. And the Hierophant, again, a leader. The Hierophant would be the leader of your church, the leader of your spiritual group, the leader of whatever faith you have. To me, as long as your faith is based in, as long as you do no harm to others, fuck, then that's good, right? No hate, no blasphemy, no lying on people, no cheat. Like, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The energy you want to feel deep down at the core, not the shit that they told you want to feel. You want this car, you want these shoes, you want, not that shit. The stuff that really matters to you, that makes you feel good. All right, sorry. Let's get one more for key. Key. Two of Wands, choices. Important event, a catalyst. Setting intentions, a new adventure. Under sharp insight, opportunities, hidden potential. There's something, I want to cry. Is something really dope happening. It gives the feeling of an awakening. And you know what? I have the perfect example. I've said this example before, so bear with me if you heard it. 9/11. Oh shit. Is that today? Is today 9/11? Oh. I'm sorry, my phone won't. It is. Today is Thursday? Why did I think it was Wednesday? Wednesday was yesterday. Oh my God. All right. So that makes it even more significant then. All right. So on 9/11, I was working at an insurance company in downtown Jersey City. We were across the water from New York. So we're at work and we get the news that the Twin Tower, the first building, was hit. So everybody in the office is running around like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? I'm at my desk because my mom done called me, and I'm talking. I don't live with them at the time, but I'm talking to her on the phone, and she's telling me the shit that's going on because we don't have TVs in the, our office. We have them in, I think, the break rooms and the cafeteria. But I'm talking to her, and I start to hear people screaming. So I look out the window, and the other building is hit. So I was like, oh shit. So everyone is, I'm like, Mom, I'm going to leave. Everybody's leaving out the building. They're evacuating the building. We go downstairs. Everybody's standing in front of the building. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's talking and shit. I don't know if I called my parents' house or they called me. My father got on the phone. He was like, get the fuck out of there. Like, he was on some, take your ass fuck home. Take your ass the fuck home. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So I'm telling my friends like, yo, I gotta go. My boss, bitch, I gotta go. My daddy said. We ended up driving people because we had people that lived in New York, people that lived in Jersey. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything. The traffic was really bad. The phones were bad. You couldn't get through to people. There was my friend trying to reach her husband, and she couldn't get through to him. And he worked in the World Trade Center. Thank God he was okay. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. The one thing that I remember about that day that was so beautiful, we had gotten people back to their houses, me and my other friends, because we were in Jersey. We had cars. We drove to work. So we got people to their homes, and my two friends, Travis and, oh my God, why can't I remember this guy? Ian. Travis and Ian. We were trying to get them back to New York. They lived in Queens near Long Island. So we were trying to get them back, and we tried the trains. They couldn't get that way, and someone said the ferry. So we drove them to West New York, to the ferry, or was it Edgewater? I can't remember. But we drove them to get to the ferry, and they couldn't get to the ferry. They were not allowing people to leave Jersey, only to come from New York. Only to come from New York. And there were so many people there with coolers, with drinks and food and blankets. In that situation, it was so good to see so many people coming together to help other people. It was one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen in real life, in real time. And in that tragic event where there was so much chaos, there was love. People were bringing love. And it was just, it was very eye-opening. And when I think about how terrible people can be, especially when you look on the internet today and the comments that people make, the shit that people say they don't have to say. Why do you need to be so hurtful to each other? It's just not right. So that situation there was one of the best things I've ever seen in this life. And I hold on to that. On that day, in all of that chaos and all of the challenges that people were going through and all of the death that was taking place, there were still people who were trying to shine their light and help others. Why can't we do that all the fucking time? Just a dinner fete. All right. Oh my God. I'm gonna go. You know what? Wait, let me pull a card or two, and then we're gonna go. because let's use this deck here. Since it is 9/11, I lose track of days sometimes. My mind, that's not my biggest worry, what day it is. Unless it has to do with like getting the husband ready to do what he needs to do, but oh, okay. So get this cierto no fe cierto no chia cierto que te No, just gonna get two because I have to read these and my nose is all stuffy now from crying. Alright. Alright, maybe, hold on, let me blow my nose. Okay, I'm back now. Alright, so the first card we have is, what excuses am I making right now? No more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. So today's sole action. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it, even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart and you will lead. You will be led. You will lead. You will lead. But listen to your heart. You will be led. So some action that needs to be taken, a decision that needs to be made. And we have, what can I do to make a difference? Oh, wow. What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it? Such that every ounce of you screams, no more. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's sole action. Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small. Because all of it makes a difference. Sorry, I was about to cry because it just made me think about the people that were helping that day. Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. It does. It does. All right, I'm gonna go because I don't want to start crying again. Maybe I'm starting to feel the energy of just 9/11. You ever notice that when it comes around, that it just gets so heavy? Like the energy feels thick. It reminds me of when my ex had passed away. He had gotten shot. And every April, he rode a bike. So in April, he would start to take his bike out and, hold on. Okay, sorry. So every April, he would take his bike out. That's when he would start riding. He loved riding that motorcycle. So he passed away in August, and it was like a week before his birthday. He actually passed away on the 8/8 portal. It was in 2003. That was before I was into this spirituality stuff like this. So the significance wasn't as, I mean, it was very significant to me. I was in a lot of pain. But my point in saying that story is, after his death, every year after that, from April to August, the energy would feel the heaviest to me. It would feel the thickest. I would hear songs that we, like our songs or songs that reminded me of him. There were like all types of things that would happen. Things that we would do together. Like just a lot of things would start to come up and remind me of him. And it would start to make me feel sad. Like that I would just start to feel heavier and heavier and heavier. So And this was even after I got married. I think I just assumed that it would just be that way. And then when I started to get on my journey and realized that there were energies that I needed to let go of because they were weighing me down. And when I started to release those energies, whether it was in physical things, things that I could touch, tangible, mental, emotional, things that I was holding on to, once I started to let that stuff go, the April through August didn't affect me the same. I didn't start hearing all the songs all the time. I wasn't getting all the signs. I didn't hear his name. Like I was getting signs from even just people around him. People that were in his life. Excuse me, my mouth was really dry. But that's what I feel like 9/11 does. When they do all that stuff with repeating the names and always like the way they observe it, it's like they want to keep that negative energy around. It's just what I feel. But okay, I'm going to go now. I hope this message is helpful to someone. I appreciate the views, the likes, the subscribes. I appreciate the comments. You don't have to do it, and you do. And I really appreciate it. I do. Yeah. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. I got some errands to run, so I might do another video before or after I get back. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But again, time and energy. Time and energy. All right. Love you. Bye.